Welcome to the Brian Murray Show, a real estate show, New Jersey style. And today's discussion point is what the 4th of July can teach us about today's housing market. And it's not today's 4th of July, it's the 4th of July. Meaning, if you go back to 1776, July 4th, 1776, when the forefathers were signing the Declaration of Independence. Uh, Maybe not just that day, but a number of days. And if you think about what they were thinking about, they probably weren't looking, 250 plus years into the future. They were really, just trying to deal with a concept at that point. Hey, what do we want things to be like? What do we want them to be different than where we left? Or just, hey, how do we want them to be different than what we're living under today? And that's what the 4th of July can teach us about today's housing market. It's not predicting what's going to happen every step along the way into the future. Hey, I'm going to move to the suburbs and live in a house for 30 years because I can predict that and my home's going to go up in value, it's going to triple in value. Or, hey, I'm going to move to North Carolina or South Carolina because that's where all the jobs are going to be and my house is going to go up 5 times in value. It's more of, hey, I'm going to move to a place that I conceptually see is someplace that I want to live for as far as I can see, sort of to the end of my hand. That's about as far as I can see, is to the end of my hand. And I know that right now I want to live in a home in the suburbs because maybe I have a couple of kids and I want a pool and a yard, and the kids are 6 and 7 years old, and I know I have 10, 11, 12 good years before they're out of the house, and that's what I can see. I don't know what my home value is going to be like in 10, 11, 12 years, but conceptually I know how I want my life to be for the next 10, 11, 12 years. Much like if I go to North Carolina or South Carolina, I know that I want a different kind of climate, and I just want to change from maybe living in New York City or in an urban environment. I want to go somewhere with a little more space and just a little slower pace or what have you. And conceptually, I understand that. And that's what, the signers of the Declaration of Independence were. It was about a concept of, hey, we're not really sure how this is all going to work out. And if you think about it, how could they possibly have seen 30 years into the future, 50 years into the future? Some of them probably, when they died, they were looking at it going, wow, never thought it would turn out that way. Wow, that kind of surprised me a little bit. So, and hopefully all for the good. I think that that's what we have to do as we approach today's housing market with a lot of uncertainty, but a lot of optimism as well, is that we should be super optimistic about affordability and about growth. And, we're not really sure how it's all going to work out or when it's all going to work out, but we know that it's just going to work out. So enjoy your July 4th and enjoy today's housing market. The weekly numbers for June days on market. In the last 30 days, 94 sold homes in Hoboken at an average ask price to sale price of 98.9%. No discount. That's a no discount. Jersey City, 98.8%. Still no discount. Number of homes available in Jersey City, 232. Under contract in the last 30 days, 72. So you're at 3.5 months worth of inventory in Jersey City. Those numbers are pretty steady. The Jersey City number staying somewhere 3.5 to 4 months. The Hoboken number staying at somewhere about 1.75 months of inventory. Both of those are sellers market. And guess what? Both of those are buyers markets because the interest rates are staying under 3%. So affordability is there. Prices are creeping up. But again, let's say prices go up a point on a $500,000 home. That's $5,000. Let's say it goes up a point on $1 million home. That's $10,000. Let's use $10,000 as the number. Prices go up 1%. What does that really mean, or $10,000? If you're borrowing money at $425 for every $100,000, your monthly payment just went up $42.50. Oh my gosh, the market's going up. It cost me an extra $42.50. People are still buying. That's why people are still buying. When I talk about affordability, that's what I mean. It's the market prices that you can jump up 3, 4, 5%. Does it really affect whether or not you're going to buy that $1 million home? Yeah, it's not great that you're going to have to pay an extra $200 a month, but really, 4 or 5%, you're not even seeing it. You're not seeing it. It's not affecting your affordability. So prices are creeping up, but don't worry about the prices creeping up. The affordability is still there. This is this week's weekly numbers. Definitely, again, check out the half-year special. And if you have any specific questions about your market, please reach out to me directly. 4th of July special, the good, the bad. We've got some vaccines and the economy is starting to get back and people are going back to work, and certainly the housing market is jamming. Not just for my business, but for a lot of people. They're getting new homes and settling their plans for life and that kind of thing. So that's really good. For me, the better is that the 4th of July is it's a time for tradition. Again, I said it's my favorite holiday. I love hot dogs. It's like one of the 3 times a year that I eat hot dogs. I'm totally psyched. I mean, I might eat 5, 6 hot dogs. Diet be damned. I love fireworks. I like that it's warm. Even when it's cold on the 4th of July, like it's supposed to be this year, it's still warm. It still beats, Thanksgiving and Christmas and any winter holiday there is, because what's the coldest day in July really going to be? 70 degrees? So for me, I love the tradition. I love the fireworks. I love the hot dogs. I love, what the 4th of July stands for. And that's sort of the best, the good, the better, the best. Here's the best, is that we live in a country where we're so fortunate that there's a lot of opportunity. No matter where you come from, when you got here, who you are, you have opportunity to grow and expand and pursue happiness. I promise you the pursuit of happiness, not happiness itself. How many battles had to break the right way? How many leaders we had to have at the right time in history for things to kind of get to where we were successful as a nation, and that basically the founding principles that were set down in 1776 kind of were manifested its way through, and that they weren't sacrificed, and that things didn't change, and that George Washington didn't become a but we got here. And so on this 4th of July, I'm going to eat a hot dog and wave my flag, and I hope everybody enjoys the holiday. I will leave you with the parting quote that every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue. Have a happy 4th of July. Looking forward to seeing you next week for the half-year special. And as always, all episodes of The Brian Murray Show can be found on the blog at themurraypropertygroup.com. Please like me, share me, see me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere. Definitely check out my social media. We're posting every day some great new content and information for people to have out there. And as always, if there's anything that you disagree with in the show, reach out to me directly and I'll show you why you're wrong. Thanks for watching.